Hey everyone, Chris here, and today's story time is going to be how I got in some sort of trouble with the police. And I was only 12 when this happened, and this happened around late at night, so I really do hope you guys enjoy this story time. So this story time does start with a 12-year-old me late at night, like I said earlier, and my parents left a few hours earlier because they were going to go to a friend's house to eat dinner, and I had the house to myself. And, you know, me being 12, I loved playing video games, loved eating all the snacks in the house. We had a good amount. So every time they left, I'd get super excited, get my chips, get my snacks, go upstairs, because that's where my room was. Sit there, watch YouTube videos, play games on my laptop, play some CSGO. It was always fun. Now, I played a bunch of CSGO, had a bunch of fun, and I ended up getting bored, right? Because, you can only play CS for so long until you really start getting sick of it. I'm only 12 at the time, so I don't really have anything else better to do afterward. So I just go downstairs and go to my parents' room because my bed at the time was not a queen size bed. It was really small. So I went in their room, just chilled. I was vibing. It was actually pretty cold at the time. So what I decided to do was go underneath the pillow. For some reason, since I knew I was small, I was like, you know what? I can fit half of my body under the pillow. And then my head side would just sit like right where the blanket starts on the bed. So I was basically almost like 80% under the pillow at this point, just sleeping. And I wake up the next morning and I'm still in that bed, and my parents have a crazy story to tell me what happened the night before, and everything checked out with our neighbors. So I do know the story was true. It was an absolutely insane story. So basically, after I fell asleep, my parents came home later that night and had no clue where I was because I was perfectly asleep underneath the pillow and right at the blanket edge. And they looked all over. They looked upstairs in our room, they looked in our theater room, they looked in our guest room, and I just wasn't there. So they decided to call over our neighbor. For the sake of this video, I'm going to call him Jeremy. He was a police officer, and he came over to investigate. He has a K9 himself. They couldn't find me, and they ended up calling the police. And after that, the police came over, scanned all of the rooms, checked them all out, maybe even the cabinets in the kitchen. I'm not sure, but I just know that the whole house was basically checked. All the corners, all the closets, and I didn't come up. And my parents were like freaking out, they were panicking, and my mom was like super in distress, and she went over to her room and out of rage literally just started like throwing everything out, like the blankets, the pillows in her room, just started throwing them around. And literally as she did it, she discovered me chilling under the blanket, bro. That must have been so crazy for a reaction for them. The entire time, all the rooms getting scanned, all the police everywhere scanning, dogs, full units of police officers. And I get discovered by my mom just throwing the sheets on the ground. And yeah, so after that, they just let me sleep there. Everyone went back home. The police went back to the station, and I woke up the next morning, and it was just an absolutely insane story because for the longest time, I never believed them. Like, I always thought it was cap. And then like 3 weeks after the story, I went over and even asked like without before telling my parents, so it's not something they could have planned. So I went and told my neighbor the story, and he was like, yeah, he was confirming it, he was telling me details about it as well, and it was just an all-around crazy story. I hope I don't run into any situation like that again. I doubt it. I'm sure people can find me now. I'm definitely a lot taller. But yeah guys, it was just a wild story. It was my first ever interaction with the police as well. So that's, I guess it's the first one. Probably gonna be my only interaction with the police that is unconscious, I guess, since I was asleep. But anyways guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the story. It was kind of a short one, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. And this is gonna be the first video of the new year, actually. I hope you guys had a great New Year's. Happy 2023. And yeah guys, I'll see you guys later. Peace.